did this time with you outside of mom? Did you do this time by yourself?
I had like other family members, like, you know, uncles, a lot of guys that got out, stayed in contact, you know. But there was a point in time in my incarceration when you was talking about the mental mindset, I used to ask myself, would this be easier to do my time by myself or having somebody in my corner?
Yeah.
Especially when I'm watching them all pass away.
Yeah.
You know, I was sharing with a good friend of mine, matter of fact, just recently, that one of my probably my top all-time movies, and I could watch it right now today and cry, was the movie Life with Eddie Murphy and Mark.
Life.
Because everybody watches it and hears all the laughter.
Uh-huh.
And if I was never incarcerated, facing the time I was doing, I might have been laughing too, but when I was watching this, and they're showing these guys get old and then vanish away, you know, and then there's that one scene where they're sitting out there in front of the infirmary and they're taking somebody by the body bag, a body bag, and they're like, there go Jonesy. And like I said, my last name is Jones. So in my mind, and that was my body. Because, you know, even though I had my epiphany and I had changed, that one part of me didn't change what I felt if I was ever going to get out.
Yeah, felt like that was it for you.
Yeah, because when I got locked up, it was almost like there was a ceiling on how much time you would do on a life and then you get out. As soon as I get to that ceiling, like that, you know, elusive rainbow, it just move up a little more, move up a little more. And I mean, it took me 7 times to go to
Wow, that was heavy, man, as you said that. And it took me all the way back to that movie. And I actually thought you was going to go another route with it because a lot of people look at, you know, being, you know, incarcerated, you said time away, you missed out on things, and that's all they really see, and we happy to have you home. Yeah. But they don't realize that there are really guys sitting there watching people age.
Yeah.
There are people really watching people's true stories that's locked up wrongfully.
Yeah.
Guys who aren't, this ain't the same guy that committed that crime anymore.
Man,
you understand?
I need my hands and yours to literally count the amount of times I was on the rec yard with this guy, and then on down the line, I'm on the same rec yard with his kids.
Wow. Countless times.
And some of them, the kids wasn't even born
when
he went home. These were kids that was birthed after they got out. And then next thing you know, I see something about them, or a voice or a look, be like, hey man, where you from? And they tell me like, man, you look just like my dude. Who's my one friend, his son even stuttered just like him. He looked just like, even stuttered like him.
You just felt like you was talking in
I'm
with
like,
you.
man. You know, because I even knew his dad on the street.
Yeah.
And so like this was the young him.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it like, man, we talk about generational curses.
So ain't that something, man?
I never, until I started seeing this, I understood what generational curses meant. But it was just book knowledge.
Yeah.
I never seen it.
You had to witness it now.
Now I could put the definition of generational curse or an example of it with a physical entity.
Did you get a chance to talk to one of them young brothers?
I talked to, like I said, I used to talk to them all the time. And then my mistake was, at first I was talking to them about the idiotic days me and their dads used to have. And then I said, you know what, man? When I started getting involved in mentoring programs, also that helped me grow a conscience.
Okay.
Because I said, man, if I could sit there on this rec yard, talk nonsense to you about women, cars, drugs that I don't know nothing about because I was a kid.
When you came.
Music. If I could talk to you about that, I could talk to you about what you're doing wrong. Because what happens is my conscience will play a part in it. Because if God forbid something happened to you and I didn't have this type of talks with you, I'd be like, man, if I just would have talked to him.
Yeah.
But not being cold-hearted. If I had that talk with you and God forbid you went out and did something or continued that path and something happened to you, I could be like, man, my conscience let me say, hey, you did your part.
Yeah.
Go on and go to sleep because you got to get up early in the morning.
Yeah. But I get that too, though, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you feel like you ain't said nothing or said enough, man.
Yeah.
It's powerful, man.
And then I felt that need to provide a service that wasn't provided for me when I come through there.
Yeah.
Only advice I was getting was the best poker game to go to because the guy that's housed that poker game, he's sweet, he can't play.
Yeah.
Or the best thing to make a knife out of. Or the best place to hide it.
How to get through prison
Yeah,
life.
what COs are bringing the packs in. What nurses are doing this, that.
Yeah.
Knowing that ain't gonna do nothing to get you through an incarceration until you start your next one because you're going right back out with the same mindset.
With the same mentality, man.
Same mindset.
I love it,
And I
man.
couldn't, my conscience couldn't let me send you out there
Yeah.
because guess what? You might move next door to my family, somebody I love.
Absolutely.
And
Now,
my
you said a mouthful there.
My family could be your next case.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what have you been doing with yourself since you came home? Did you go to a reentry program when you
Well,
came
I
out?
went through a program called Embark. It's
Okay.
a faith-based program. It's in like 4 penitentiaries now. Marysville and 3 other male penitentiaries. I went through that. So when I got out, I went through their transitional housing. And it was like, it was great. I called it, there was 5 of us that lived there. There was no like person. It was like, it was on the university district. So I used to say it was a frat house for old men. Because everybody in there did 20 years or better.
Okay.
20 years or better.
Wow.
So it's like 5 of us, we lived there together. We're kind of responsible. Running your own house. You know, we had a couple curfews.
And that's where when you first came out, that's
I
where.
was there 6 months.
Okay.
Then 6 months ago, as of Monday, I moved through another program called Vista Village. I moved into a brand new tiny home.
By yourself?
Yeah, off of Refugee Road.
Amazing, brother.
And
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I love it because it's just another level of accountability and responsibility.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I got to pay rent.
Yeah.
I have my utilities. Like I said, the 29th of October, I've been out a year. The 25th of this month, I've been on the same job for a year.
Congratulations, bro.
You know, and
Congratulations.
thank you.
man.
People ask me, like, man, you like your job? I said, absolutely not, but I appreciate my job.
There you go. What kind of work you doing? You ain't got to say where you at on that, but what kind
I
of
work at a fabrication company. We make sound suppression, and heat suppression fiberglass panels for like 8 different
How's that learning process coming through you? And adjusting around co-ed
You
with,
know,
with a little bit of everybody.
It's not as hard as I thought because even in prison I'm around co-ed because you got female staff.
Yeah, you're right.
So, you know, people say, oh man, how are you adjusting out here? I said, well, by the grace of God, I'm pretty good because it's not that I have to readjust.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to adjust.
It's all
because
new.
I'm that 17-year-old kid back out here, not mentality-wise, in a negative way, but I'm that 17-year-old kid that's back out here starting to try to create an identity and a life.
Yeah. Everything goes
But I
with
got
that.
the knowledge of the adult and how to do it.
And now you out here, man, the resources have changed so much, man, since you went away.
Man, when I got locked up, you used to hear guys talk about how hard it was getting a job to get an ex-felon. Now, I'm seeing firsthand, there's people people are getting jobs that got felonies faster than people that's never been locked up and got college degrees.
Absolutely. And apartments.
Housing.
Yeah. Doors is open, man. It's no more. We can't blame my daddy ain't there, the white man. We can't blame none of them excuses no more because the resources there. And here's the biggest one. I always tell people: the library don't charge nobody to get in. So if you ain't got the knowledge, you just don't want it.
Yeah.
Because the resources out there. And remember, we used to chase them yellow pages.
Yeah.
Now we got these toys.
Oh yeah.
You ain't got to move.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Like,
and you are a poster child. What coming out here, adjusting and acclimating yourself back into the community looks like, my brother. And I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Since
And
I've been out, I've been able to go back into the same institution I just been the last 10 years at, speak a couple times.
Good shit.
I've been to Madison Correctional speaking at a couple graduation events.
Good
About
stuff.
4 months ago, I was on a panel at Columbus State University for Restorative Justice. Like 3 weeks ago, I was on ABC 6 News
Okay.
for a graduation of another program I'm involved in.
Good stuff.
And I mean,
Good
it's,
stuff.
man,
Well, I'd like to invite you out to our men wellness groups we have out every month, man. We all get together, we talk. It's a big thing all over the world. But we do
Okay.
this every month here, and every year we have a celebrity guest come out.
Okay.
I want to invite you to that. But I also want to come out to you and visit you at your place, man. I love to ride with you with this journey, man.
Absolutely.
And open that door up, man, because you can help so many brothers. What's your nickname? What they call you when you was in there?
DJ.
DJ? Everybody called you DJ.
DJ.
Okay, DJ, because they're watching inside there, brother.
Absolutely.
We're connected on the inside.
Yeah.
So,
and like I said, I feel, I used to appreciate when people come in and talk. But then I realized, like, hey, you ever been locked up? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, I keep it to myself.
Yeah.
But I'm like, then I appreciate what you say. But if you ain't been where I've been, you can't tell me how easy this is.
Yeah.
So now that I've gotten out and I'm transitioning easier than I expected. I don't say easier than I expected. One of the reasons I go back into the prisons is because I tell guys, I legitimately, where you was at. And I'm telling you, it can be done.
Yeah.
So, so it's my obligation to go back in. And hey guys, y'all know me. I just did 4 decades.
Yeah. I love that, brother. I love it.
I did 4
You want to
decades,
go back in
man.
and talk?
I've been standing next
Yeah.
to people. Like when I was at Columbus State, I was standing there having a conversation with somebody, and a couple times, and people came up from DRC,
Mm-hmm.
and like, oh man, I'm so glad to see you're out. And they're like, what did they mean by glad you're out? And so I just did, 4 decades in prison. I never would have knew that. So I let you know, man. That's why I tell people, man, you got to know the person before you know their history.
That's right.
Because then you won't judge them, you'll get to know them. And so like I said, it's my job to go back and speak every chance I get, even the good and bad of it.
There you go. That's right, man.
Yeah.
So I don't see any, do you feel like you have any, what they call institutionalization since you've been home? Any?
I've had a couple incidents of institutionalized thinking.
Well,
Because what happened was, one time I went to dump some trash,
mm-hmm.
and a guy walked up, like, what's up? I automatically got on my pivot foot and like, what's up?
Right.
Because that's that
Reflex.
That's that introduction, and let's get that smoke.
Yeah.
And by the grace of God, just that quick, he said, "Oh, just out enjoying the day," and I was able to be like, "Oh yeah, me too,
That quick.
me too."
Catch yourself.
Yeah, I caught myself.
Self-reflection. man.
Respond, yeah. And that's what I do every night. Every night, I lay back and I say, okay, try to remember every interaction I had, every conversation I had, and, clean it up. See, like, how could I have done this interaction better? And one thing I've never missed since Wednesday, October 30th, 2024, I've not missed a morning that I woke up and not looked around and said, God, thank you for this bed instead of a bunk bed.
I love it, my brother. Before we get up out of here, man, what got you out of there? Was it your time up for what they call it, judicial or?
No, because I was under old law. I had to see the parole board.
The parole
I'd seen
pro.
him 7 times. What got me out was my mindset.
Got you.
Because my mindset is what caused me to have to do all that time. And then my mindset was got me out. Because they seen the change in me.
The parole
which
board
was
say
good.
that.
Yeah, they seen the change in me. They seen the lack of assaultive behavior. They seen the documented licensings of different programs, state licensings that I'm licensed to come out here and teach. You spoke on Tapuku.
Yeah.
And I took it, and then they came and told me, like, hey, you're getting ready to, I turned your name in, you're going to take the training. I want you to facilitate
Tapuku class.
Then it got to it got to the point where I was one of the first inmates to be state licensed to co-facilitate with unit staff.
Wow.
And the classes, the guys would still get good day credit for it. You know.
Amazing.
So I mean,
amazing, man.
God was moving in my life then, let me know I can get this right. Because how you live in prison is only practice for how you're gonna live out here.
That's right. That's right. I mean, and only one of the good things to get you ready for out here is that you were seeing a lot of the revolving doors, so you're hearing a little bit what's going on out here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I know it was new.
Yes.
But a little familiarity.
Yes.
By watching all these boys coming in and out, going
Yes.
back and forth, you
Yes.
know the streets are still hiring.
Yeah, and that's one thing I'll be telling myself when I be going up and down the streets and I see all these signs hiring now, no experience needed.
Yeah.
And I remember when I worked reception, them dudes used to be like, I'm like, you just now getting out the hole? They're like, nah, man, I went out, huh? Bro, you ain't been gone 6 months.
And back.
He's like, man, it's rough out there. And when I get out and I see this, and I'm like, this is rough. I would rather have free world problems than prison complacency.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have to hit that store once a week and hope you can.
You know, hey, these dudes, hey, I'll tell them. I had a conversation with this lady in a line. She was complaining that she'd been standing in line like 20 minutes. I said, ma'am, 20 minutes ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I said, I've stood in a line for 2 hours in the rain.
Yep.
Get 2 or 3 people away from the door and told to come back later.
Yep.
And start this all over.
Yeah.
I said, this easy. I said, hey, I told her, as a matter of fact, you just go have a seat. I'll hold your place, and when it's your turn, you come on.
Yeah. That was good stuff. I love it, man. We got to do this again, man.
Absolutely.
I want you to do me a favor before we get up out of
Sure.
here, DJ. I want you to say something to the brothers, man, that's looking, that's watching this, that's on their way home,
Yeah.
and say something to the brothers that just made it home, that's trying to adapt, my brother. Talk to them real fast.
Listen to me, guys. We can't make up for that lost time. We're going to maximize the positiveness of what's left for us. There's resources. Use them. And understand this here. There's too much freedom out here for one guy. I'm a big guy, but I can't handle all this freedom. I need some of y'all to hold on to your freedom. And the ones of you locked up, come out here and get some of this freedom. Don't take my freedom, but I'm gonna point you in the right direction to have your own freedom, man. Have your own freedom.
And how to keep it. Y'all heard that from my brother DJ. Been locked up for but he home now.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
We out here staying connected. Let's go.